Brings. Join us. That's broadcast. Okay, so going back into over the reset energies. Did the best we can. Fritzy is here, making noise in the background. Not sure if we can hear her. Of course, I kind of started that a little bit. Anyway, distracting. So it's hard to. This is Christmas Eve. It's night with the cats. Ouch. Anyway, so it's a Tartarian time travel cloud people of. I forget how to pronounce that. I'm not gonna pronounce that. Anyway, I'm gonna channel those cloud people. Yeah, I was listening to it. Anyway, we're not going to go into that. And then, so the cloud people feel very Arcturian. Doesn't mean that they are Arcturian, but it feels very Arcturian. And then we'll go into the world reset, IBM. So yeah, there's like, what does it call it? The mud, like the mud cities or something like that. Like we had a reset somewhere around there, the 1850s, and there's some evidence of it. Basically, Tartaria, I believe, kind of disappeared around that time period also. And some of this, there's photographs somewhere. I have not found them. I haven't looked hard enough. Where you have like these cities like Finland in the 1850s, there was nobody there, and there's actually photographs. So there's all kinds of different connections there. Now, of course, you have these buildings that knew, like in the United States, there was no way that they could have built. Your common man cannot have built. So definitely, time traveling energy. And I've said this yesterday, and I'm not sure if I'm being clear about it or anything like that. Even I'm trying to figure this out. I've got the vibe that this timeline that we are on has always existed in some reality, of course, obviously, right? Everything exists, right? So, and like many of us came from another Earth, another timeline, and connected to this one. I know it sounds a little strange. It sounds bizarre, but think of like the 1850s going on forever. It might not be called the 1850s, but that era and our era, what we're in, is kind of the same. It's like we jump from timeline to timeline, right? So. And yeah, it's another reason why we're having trouble picking up on the past, because the past might not be on this Earth's timeline. It's different versions of Earth in the past. Sounds really messed up, but it's like little pieces of other realities that are here. Yeah, it gets kind of convoluted, but it gets a little bit confusing. But when you're connected to an Archon reality, it does make sense. The pieces are coming together slowly, but there is kind of like a missing time in our past that doesn't make, we have maps of Tartarians and all that, and nothing makes much of sense. So not that we're going to get any like full definite answers. That's a tough one. But it doesn't mean that we won't get more of an insight of it. It's bizarre. It's bizarre, and your physical people here that are very matrix connected, obviously that's not going to connect to them. Yeah, they're just in love with this reality. They can't let it go. This is all they know. Even if they're spiritually developing, some of them are very sick, physically bounded to the earth. So it's fucking weird. So I was connecting to Tartarians and timeline shifts and this bizarreness that's going on. Like, we don't really have an understanding of our past, really, at least recent past, not to go deep and just recent, it's just things that don't make any sense, like buildings that have no way that average people could have built. I felt the energy of IBM, and there's other companies, of course, to kind of like erase the past by just the energy of their being. Sounds bizarre, but maybe not. Sounds a little bit off, but maybe not. And we have all these tech companies that are running everything now, and who knows what they're doing in the astral plane, keeping us enslaved in this dictatorship, authoritarian reality. So trying to phase out. I mean, they're already censoring people now, changing current history, changing the past. When you mess with, when you're changing this, I mean, one thing if you make a movie and power there. I mean, I feel like some movie producers make the movie bad because they can. They just do whatever they do, whatever. They don't care. They lose money or whatever. Even if sometimes the bigger the budget, the bigger the bomb, the more high they can get, especially the lives they can ruin. They don't care. And the same thing to do with our reality. It's like, you mess with and it's nothing like getting off a high of messing with modern day reality. There's just nothing like it. So if you're, the stock market, whoever controls that controls the destinies of a lot of people. So there's just a lot of time travel manipulation going on. But with Tartarian timeline being forgotten, and even Roswell, Area 51, even those timelines being messed with, there's a timeline war going on. It's just for us to pick up on it's a whole nother story. So it's just confusing. Just a lot of confusing to continue. So all right, so we connect to what we can here. It's just, I think it's like mud cities. Like people feel there's pictures of mud on different like ancient, recent, like 1850s and all that. And anyway, I'll look into that little by little. I thought I was ready, but I guess not. Weird. Oh, that's why. Let's try this again. Okay, here we go. All right, so I'm talking to comment private sessions. Yeah, this thing is running slow for some reason. Real slow. Come on. Oh yeah, I didn't open. Oh, screw it. Jeez. Yeah, private sessions. The shop here. I didn't open everything up. I forgot. I'm on the 14th. I'm going on to the 14th now. So we'll just leave it at that. Too many other things going on. And okay. Oh, something else that I forgot. Well, what's it? Okay, I guess I'm not prepared after all. Oops. Nope. Let's nope. Huh. Because I got too many things going on here. These guys. Be right with you. These guys, yeah. So this is the cloud people. Yeah, well, I'll say the cloud people. So it's getting our Arcturian energy, and I feel like a Mohawk energy coming. Well, I guess was the Incas, and at least if I've heard invaded them. Anyway, it's not that important on that, but it's just I guess you can say another reset here. But this is just calling the cloud people. Yeah, it's So I don't think, yeah, some things we'll just never know. Yeah, so the World Reset. So this is the Chicago World's Fair. I imagine people have seen this before. So apparently this was in Chicago. So, and this, this is the same time I saw the Stonehenge. So apparently this is in Chicago somewhere, and then they just tore it all down. This is the 1850s or 1890s, 1893, I guess. 1893. Right. So yeah, this is a big mystery here. I'm not sure if even I can tap into what exactly happened there, but I remember seeing this all before. Didn't really think much of it. But this is all was in Chicago. They're going to just build. They're going to just build this and then tear it down, right? So anyway, we should have some people there somewhere walking around. So yeah, very bizarre. And Milan has a little bit, it's kind of like an archon structure. This is in one of their cemeteries. Of course, they have this, which is creepy as hell. it's like, yeah, see you in the afterlife, something like that. I believe some of these statues can actually trap souls here. And I believe some of these statues actually do move. Maybe not too much, but I do feel like they have the ability to move, though. Especially when they're in a cemetery. God, it's like bringing the dead back to life. More power to you on that one. Yeah, it just feels doesn't give the best vibration, that's for sure. Of course, they have a nice church here. And that has the best vibration around it, too. Yeah, I'm having to stop focusing for some reason. So anyway, enough of that. So just, yeah. All right, going to Tartarians. Chachapoyas or something. I can't remember how to pronounce that. The Cloud People, and then the World Reset. So, yeah, Tartarian energies, just a lot of. I feel like, yeah, the corporations currently today, this is nothing new. They are definitely rewriting history. And they're reprogramming people's minds also, especially to social media, to get turning people into androids, basically. Even saw the Matrix, the recent Matrix, which wasn't too bad. I fell asleep through most of it, but it had like a zombie type of energy at the end of it. That was different, but it had some interesting things to it. So either way, yeah, it's definitely better than Revolutions. Revolutions I couldn't even get through, so or whatever it was called, the third one. Anyway. All right, blessings. Going to Tartarian, time travel, or to go to Tartarian, see what we get. Obviously, not going to reveal everything, but there's a Saturn energy connected to him also. So, all right, blessings. Here we go. Greetings, rather Tartarians. Blessings. Our earmarks, our presence is here, but not to be exploited. We are connected to the Vatican. That's another reason why we were erased from history, from time. You can say we became too advanced. What we can do or build, but also with magic, science, what your world has erased from history. So, yes, it's going to be difficult to get a full understanding of your reality. Well, it's for humanity has to discover it. itself. We can assist, but humanity has to receive knowledge. Yes, through just an awakening, an inner awakening, and allow more of the pieces to come together as the building blocks of yourself come back. So this new year you're going into, yes, is a time of self-reflection, but also a rebuild of reality. Meaning that some of you will see reality is never the same again. Some of you are already doing it, but it's going to go even deeper. The deepness of where you're heading is, instead of looking at the world as fake, yes, there are lies. I would believe it's more lies than fake, because many things are real. It's just they're not telling you the full story. To say it's fake is mean it's those people on TV are cardboard cutouts, which they are. They're real. They're just not. They're telling their truths technically. Well, the teleprompter is telling them, of course. Well, the Tartarian way is to connect to the stars, the universe, realities, to bring, yes, energies. You can say from an elitist energy, but to advance humanity, what humanity is capable of. And obviously, you're seeing a blackout of time, a blackout of knowledge. You are allowed little details. Of course, a lot of your modern schooling has a lot to do with why humans aren't connected to our Tartarian selves. You notice how humans are being engineered into a consumer reality. That's a negative and also a positive, meaning that you're downloading the reality into yourself, but also you can filter out what is no longer needed. Well, you're feeling the manipulations, but you can also push that aside and connect to yourself. So it's like going through a storm. It's like there's no way around it. So you just weather the storm, and afterwards you find yourself. And finding yourself isn't easy because they don't want you to know you, as you know. Yes, the projects of elites is basically for you not to figure yourself out. That's their job, is to keep you shut down. So all of this was set up just for you. So you are putting the pieces little by little. Obviously, you know as many pieces, but the elites have learned how. You wonder what the meaning of life is. All of this, the whole background of reality, really comes down to elitists are designed. They look at all you individually, and they find ways of keeping this reality going. And if you go against it, you're going to go against. It's like if you survive the pain, you will be, rewarded to go to the next level. Of course, there'll be more difficulties, but you can connect to your highest knowledge. It just won't be easy. That's all. And you might feel very alone, isolated, feel like you're the only person on the planet. That's the difficulty of it. That's why most of your society chooses not to. Well, first of all, they feel like they're fine where they are. That's the other thing. Just like the spirit world. I don't need an earth incarnation. I'm fine where I am. So that mentality is here on your planet too. It's like, I have all the things that make me happy, and why do I need an alien reality? And I don't need to build skyscrapers or anything like that. So it's not laziness, it's just the way where the soul is at that time. But don't let that stop you as you want to know more about yourself. Yes, it is possible. But our energies that are connected to, yes, everywhere. Alaska, Antarctica, much of Alaska, of course, not seen physically, but much of it is happening in Alaska. It's not made public. And most likely ever will. Well, eventually. It just takes a few of you to open up reality. You know how a news story is like all of a sudden the world's shaken and changed and nothing's ever the same again. But sometimes those are actually legit. Most of the time it's not. But sometimes it is. It's not engineered by your elites. It's actually truth coming through. And that's what some of you are actually here to do. Expose what is hidden. And eventually you'll become known. But instead of becoming part of a media sensation, you'll go into the Earth's collective instead, which is a little bit more intense. You don't have to worry about being a celebrity there, but you might feel backlash from reality. So, as you open up your abilities, the stairwell, their stairway to your higher dimensional self, where the third dimension, yes, is just a reality. You see it, you live with it, but you know you're much more, and you can actually access the more of you, the higher dimensional you that's here. Now, some of you are doing this currently, but become more clear. It's like you're living in two worlds at once, or three worlds in together, five worlds, so far. Greetings. We are the cloud people. Greetings to you. Yes, we don't have to go into details of our reality. We are a species that was here to modify the Earth's energy, to work with the land, to live a simple human life, but also to shift the vibrations in the spirit realms. So you can be Indian like people and work with the astral realms. It's like you live a life of simplicity, but you are far from simple. You are a human form, but all you do is work in the astral. And some of you remember those lifetimes. Some of you feel like, I'm here in the physical, but I feel like I'm somewhere else. Because most likely had an Indian type of life. Now you can also have an Andromedan life, a Palladian life, an Arcturian life. But many of you have actually had physical lifetimes here, and you brought that knowledge with you here, of course. It's nothing new for some of you. But some of the Native American energies, yes, and some of that's been blocked due to modern civilization, because they don't want the Indians to remember. One of the reasons why the Indians got wiped out is because of the ancient histories of America. They don't want that history. They're controllers. I don't want that history to be known. They wanted to keep it forgotten. So for us, the cloud people, to keep it simple, is us to, we felt our time on your world was finished when we left. Our vibrations are still with the earth, though. We just scattered. We moved on. Now, where we went and why is not that important. It's just that we are within your energy field. Yes, actually, to make sure you don't have cataclysms here. Of course, some do happen, but it's basically to help assist with the Earth's energy. That's why death, some of us when we die, even through we get invaded or murdered or just through war, uh, we become part of the planet. So we connect to the land where we were living to keep that vibrant, meaning that when you see cities, ancient cities, those beings obviously are still here. They have their own realms usually, but they can interconnect with all the dimensions. So imagine you're part of a ancient civilization and you die with the land and you move among all these realities to assist your world, to give guidance to the aliens, to help them. It's like you're helping the earth, but you're helping the aliens understand humans, and but not to interfere. It's like they come to you for advice. You'd be surprised how many aliens still cannot figure this world out. Humans still get complicated. Is as primitive as humans seem to be, they are quite complicated and change quickly. And not all alien beings are understanding of it. But when you're with the earth as we are, we help others understand. Yes, we're basically the spirit beings of your earth, protectors of it. very much so. So yes, there was a call for alien assistance here in your Earth's past in World War II, but there's always been calls for assistance here. Yes, I'm thinking this world is actually premature. It might actually, some alien beings might call humans the children, but that's not always the case, is it? That's not, I mean, there's childlike energies here, yes, but are humans really that lost or child or just don't know any better? No, we feel no, not really. But those that control your planet like to think that way. I like to feel like humans don't have any respect for themselves. They're just children. That's like an elitist mentality. Because most humans are decent to each other and they would advance themselves if they could. Some don't want to to keep the manipulators happy. It's like as much as I want to advance myself here, I mean, on spiritually, some is like, do I want to go through all that? No, I'll be here, but others can do it because not everybody has the energy to open up into the spiritual abilities, as many of you know. It's difficult. It's a responsibility. You can go to a certain level, but if you want to go all the way, not many are ready for that. More clarity will come to you. Obviously, this message isn't for everyone, but those that are, yes, you are sharpening your abilities. You're showing the universe how mature this world really is. And it actually is. It has been in World War II. It's not the child planet, as some might think. Not when you go through the test of humanity here. Now, that's a point of view, but humanity is so much more than a child planet. It's far from that. It does have some teenager energies, but that's also the energies of the elitists that are here. As a reflection of them onto your people. Blessings. Greetings to you. We are the Syrians. Blessings to you. The world reset. The digital companies. There are beings that don't want you to know, as you know, about yourselves. Yes, they've been programmed to disconnect you from the spirit world. Some beings really detest the spirit realms. They'd rather be in the physical. So it's like technically a war of the physical to the spirit realms. It's like someone to prove that the physical realm is better than the spirit world. The spirit realm isn't one to do that. Not really. Of course, there are some that would, of course, but there are more vibrations. But there is aside to many are having difficulties remembering themselves. Is some of you think of like this might not be the best way to say it, but it's kind of like an amusement park ride. Your incarnation cycle. You're going to different levels. It's like some of you decided in early incarnations on this world that you'll go wherever this world goes, no matter what. Because you know what is happening here is unfair to the people, the hijacking of the planet, and you're going to see it until its end, until this is all over with. So, no matter what resets they do, archon manipulations on all levels, they're showing the beings here that are controlling your society are showing. They want to show how weak humans are and how they're not useful. They have no purpose in this universe. This is the humans here. So that's why they're always trying to lower your vibrations, trying to pull you down to your lowest guard. And it's basically even humans that feel they're disconnected from reality to reconnect to their higher reality. So many that don't really pay attention to the physical, we feel in due time more of your non-physical connections will come through. It's like, yeah, you might not know about Earth history or who was the last president or who was the current president. We are connected to your higher astral, and you are connecting to your soul origins, wherever it might be. You're connected to other realities that are more interesting to you in this place. That you're healing this earth. So many are focused on the physical. When you become more non-physical, I believe many of you will have a memory of both realities, physical and non. But your non-physical lifetimes will come more clear if you want them to come clear. Basically, just healing the manipulators here. It's okay to have a physical reality. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just this one is highly controlled, as you can see. Yes, they have monuments everywhere. They want to show you who's boss. But they can only go so far with it. Well, they have to reveal themselves, as you know. So, but they hold back information from many of you, which makes it frustrating. But you're going to find out more. Yes, knowledge can also be too much knowledge, as many of you know, can be even more frustrating because you'll know so much and easily too much and get depressed. It's like, without going into details of that, I think some of you understand. We don't even want to go into details of that. It just, you see how darkness works here and how humanity has been pushed down so far. Some of you are connect to it. It becomes discouraging. Yes, it's like walking through mud. Mud, yes, in history, mud cities, mud manipulations. Yes, there's been many cataclysms on this planet that are keeping secret, let's put it that way. And there is a lot of timeline changes, of course. Yes, they don't, as you know, they don't want to remember yourselves. Because remembering yourself can be a very strong eye opener. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just, can you still function in this reality after knowing what you need to know about yourself? Like some of you know about yourself and just quit your job, just go live on a beach somewhere, live by nature, and just take a break from all of it, or just be done with it. That'll happen eventually. There's already a mass exodus of jobs, and there will be more of that in the future when more connected to your higher selves, higher dimensional beings. But you'll also be productive, but more in a productive way. So the manipulators of this reality are masters at what they do, as you can see, but you're here to unlock all realms and realities around you. So that is possible. It just takes time.